Let's go to Evolving Skies. Okay, Evolving Skies. The booster boxes have stuck with the set. Everyone understands the set's huge. It's the best collectible set in recent times. And the prices are reflecting that. So what do we do here? Do we just buy into these? What do we talk about? Downside risk. These could get reprinted. These could fall off. These could drop back down in the 90s. Do you want to risk having a 50% loss based on some upside gain? I get there's probably still more upside gain, but there's still a lot of downside loss potential. We don't want to do that. We don't want to get into these prices, okay?
We don't want to do that. We don't want to get into these prices, okay?
Prepare for trouble!
Make it double! Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Team Rocket Joey. Yes, sir. So, today, guys, we've been on a magnificent streak. We've gone up against Pokey&E. We've gone up against Nostalgianomics. Both in their streams. Pokeplumber's now responding. Possum Bud's now responding. And it kind of seems like the tables are kind of turning. The cogs, the gears are kind of, spinning to what this master diabolical plan has, how this whole thing has just been conjured up in my brain over the last 5 years. So, let's get in. Oh, and shout out Cool Trainer Ryan for the shout out in the live stream as well. CTR. The CTR umbrella. Oh, man. It's crazy. So, okay. Enough of that. Let's go back into Pokemon discussion now. We're in discussion mode. We're in grind mode right now. No more Priggy to beef for the time being until the next thing comes up. Then what's coming back? This video is powered by Bitcoin, the #1 asset for your financial future and freedom. Bitcoin. This is not a paid sponsorship. So, guys, you know how I've gone over many times. I've even made videos about it previously. I put the Champion's Path Elite Trainer Box equals Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer Box. And I just get people in the comments saying, oh, the art's better, the set's this and that, better. If you've been here at the channel for a while, shout out LazyMon, TK, all of the original OGs from, 3 months ago. You understand that I'm never talking about the art, guys. I'm not talking about the art. I'm talking about the sentiment in the market. And I came across a post today on X, everyone's favorite source of any type of news or media. But there's this guy on X named Jeff Throw, and he posts it, like, his sense of humor is almost identical to mine. Go follow him on X. I'm gonna pull up his post right now. I'll have his name up on the screen. So we're going to go look into this, and what I mean by when I say Champion's Path is the next, not Champion's Path, Prismatic Evolutions is the next Shiny Fates Champion's Path. So let's see, right here. Yes, wait, hello? Bruh. Oh my goodness, I am trolling beyond belief. Here we go. Man, I'm going bonkers right now. So, go follow him, Jeff Throw. I come across his posts all the time. But, so, let's dissect this picture we got right here, right? We have, what do we have right here? We have some Hidden Fates Charizard boxes right here. Okay, nice. So, the post says, a little Target restock, and this was on May 2nd. This was yesterday, but obviously this is back from 2020, 2021, right? Yeah, let's see what else we have in this picture here. We're really going to dissect this one down because, it's really not obvious what's going on here. We have Hidden Fates Elite Trainer boxes. Okay, cool. Wow, what's back here? You have Vivid Voltage, the whole display case. People taking whole display cases of Vivid Voltage out of the stores. But guys, Vivid Voltage, Surging Sparks isn't the next Vivid Voltage, right? Oh wait, people are taking every Surging Sparks out of the stores. Maybe he's onto something. Maybe maybe he's not talking about the art. Maybe he's talking about the sentiment in the market. Just maybe. What else? We have a mini tin right here. I think this was like Sword and Shield base mini tins. You know, everything was going Sword and Shield base. Base set sucks, but everything was going. No, let's move a little bit. Wow, there's a lot of double and Hatterene V boxes. Wow, I remember those. Those flew off the shelf. Those couldn't even stay on the shelves. And then you have a whole another crate of double and Hatterene V boxes right here. Wow, this is Champion's Path, by the way, guys. This is Champion's Path. You know, the set that you guys, the trolls love to come after me for. You shouldn't have never bought Champion. Guys, everyone was buying Champion's Path back then, just like everyone's buying Prismatic Evolutions today. This is what I mean when I say Prismatic Evolutions is the next Champion's Path. I hope it is clear now. I hope you understand. Wait, guys, there's more on the screen. Let's see what else we can... Where's Waldo? What else can we find? It looks like Inteleon V-boxes. Look, the Grookey tins, the starter tins from Sword and Shield base. Guys, they were getting scalped. Sword and Shield base was getting scalped. Oh, here's what I'm looking for right here. The Champion's Path Elite Trainer boxes. Wow, that's actually crazy. That's literally wild. Surely there can't be any more pictures. This is just a one-off right here, right, guys? This is just a one-off of the Champion's Path scalping that occurred back in 2021. Wait, no, wrong. There's more. Guys, look at this. We know what cart that is. We definitely know what cart that is. That is a Target cart filled with a whole restock of Champion's Path. And now it's a meme to hold Champion's Path. Guys, people were literally fighting at the shelves for Champion's Path. 4 years later, it turned into a meme. It's a meme set. So I hope if you're new in this hobby and this is the first time you come across my channel, by the way, like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff that all of these PokeTubers need, right? This is what I'm talking about. I'm not comparing the artwork. I'm comparing the sentiment in the market. Shout out Jeff Throw for delivering exactly what I needed to prove that this was indeed a trait, a scalper trait that was going on back then. Why I compare what's going on in the market now to what happened back then, because it's happened before almost identically. And look at that. Wow, they couldn't just take all the ETBs. They had to take all of the double V boxes as well. They had to take everything because everybody wanted the Charizard. It was Charizard mania back then. But surely that can't be all, right? A whole shopping cart full of double V and Hatterene V boxes because the Charizard chase was wild. Literally $1,000 Charizards, 2 of them in the set, on set release. No product anywhere. ETBs were going for $100 from LGSs. And they were selling like hotcakes. So what's going on right now? What's going on right now that sounds very similar to that same exact situation? We go to Prismatic. We go to Prismatic Evolutions. And we go look at the Elite Trainer box. And we see that maybe it caught a little bounce at 117. Okay, 118. 118. But people they're FOMOing for the gamble set. This is the gamble set. Champion's Path was the gamble set. They're both gamble sets. It's either top hits or bust. The rate you could pull the Charizard was very small. It was hard to hit. People were literally doing dedicated live streams to ripping open Champions Path for themselves. They weren't even doing rip and ships back then. So you could say it's a fair take. Rip and ships have changed the game. I'm not gonna act like they haven't. Of course they have. Packs are getting ripped open at a crazy amount. Pokemon is always looking to gain more revenue over time, guys. They're always looking to make the art better. They always want the art to be better. They don't want to ever go backwards. They don't want to make their fans feel like they're not trying. They don't want to make their fans feel like they're not heard as well. So when you have YouTubers, PokeTubers making videos saying, Pokemon, please, something needs to change. Something needs to change. The market sentiment is literally flashing print. And that's what Pokemon's going to do. Because if their players can't get cards, it's not like Magic Collector booster boxes here, guys. It's just not. And I feel like everybody that watches Rudy from Alpha Investments has that mindset of game piece army. Guys, the Pokemon TCG is more popular than Magic. Sorry to burst your Magic bubble, but that's the way it is. We don't have collector boxes. We don't have collector booster boxes. This is a regular retail product right here, guys. You don't think they're going to print this to the ground? You're literally a goofy. You're getting hyper show FOMO'd into believing that it's just so goofy. Like, bro, look at this meme. This set's a meme. This set is literally a meme now. So that being said, hopefully you guys learned something. Just don't turn into a meme. Don't be a Nostalgianomics meme. It's just, this is too easy, too funny. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.
All right, friends, I hope you learned something here today. And remember, I always like the way. All you have to do
Just let me in.
Team Rocket's blasting off again!